We see that you've done a lot of collaborations with a lot of companies.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of any particular other artists' collaborations that are currently out right now? Or something that's been done in the past? You're like, oh shit, that's a really dope collab.
Yeah. Let's see.
You don't just have to be one. It could be multiple ones.
Okay. I'm trying to think of one that. Okay. Good. I thought of it. Okay. So one that I respect but I don't rock is the Pigeon Nike collaboration. I think that's a great collab. The heritage and the DNA that Pigeon brings with basketball and what Nike is trying to do by making basketball more lifestyle and like less performance. I think that's a perfect collaboration. I like the product that they do from a design standpoint, meaning I like it on a shelf. I wouldn't put it on my feet, but I respect what they do with the product. On another token, another collaboration that I am a huge fan of, that's probably the exact opposite of that because it gets no love and no hype, is the Garb Store Reebok collaboration. And I love the stuff that Garb Store is a fashion brand from London. They do a collaboration that's probably 3-4 years deep now with Reebok. And I have like 12 pairs of those shoes. Like they've done many different shoes and I have like almost all of them and I rock them all the time. Every time I rock them, people are like, yo, what are those? I've never seen those. And like, I always get questioned on them, but no one's ever heard of them. No one knows about them. Sometimes they're even on sale.
You're gonna have to send us a pic of that one, bro.
Yeah, Garb Store, it's dope.
Garb Store.
Yep.
Describe the craziest story that you had that happened for you to get a pair of shoes. What was the craziest thing that you had to do to get a pair? Did you have to sleep on the floor for like 4 days or something like that?
No, I never camped. I mean, I hate to sound like a dick right now, but honestly, I'm not that crazy about it where like I'll camp out and shit. Like the most I've ever had to do was like call or text someone. Like the thing is, to me, I think I understand that like a hot shoe comes out and I know from a grand scheme picture, there will be another hot shoe that I'm gonna want very soon. So if that shoe passes me by, like, you know, the navy sock darts, right? I didn't get them. I got the black ones. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. The world's not gonna stop because I didn't get the navy sock darts. There might have been a time when I was younger where I'd like go crazy because I didn't get the navy sock darts, but now it's like, all right, it's all good. I'll live. My shoe shelf will actually appreciate that I'm not adding another fucking shoe on there, you know? So I think I have things more in perspective now where if I don't get them, I'll try to get them. Like I'll search somewhere on eBay or maybe like, not even eBay, like I'll just search online, see if I can buy them legitimately. I rarely buy aftermarket stuff. And then I'll hit up a friend that works at a company and see if they can hook it up. If they can't, say la vie.
With sneakers reselling at the highest it's ever been, do you see it dying out anytime soon?
Man, every year I think the bubble's got to burst, but I don't see it dying out. But I mean, what I do see is that there's a lot more. I feel like, anyway, there's no statistic on this, but I feel like there's a lot more resellers than buyers to me. Like there's a lot of people buying and hoping to resell and not a lot of people actually buying those shoes from resellers. But there's probably enough to sustain the culture a little bit, you know? But I really think it's disproportionate to the side of the reseller. I think there's a lot of people with a lot of shoes in their closets that they are not wearing versus what should be, like if there's 100 shoes made, there should be 100 people with shoes on their feet. I think it's more like 75 people have shoes in their closet and 25 people have them on their feet. And so you can say like, yo, these shoes are $500 or $1,000 and that's what I'm charging. But the bubble's gonna burst when those 75 people are like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want these shoes anymore, I'm gonna sell them for $30, you know? And when that happens across the board, then you're gonna see a burst in the bubble. And I don't know when that's gonna happen. It may never happen because I think, it doesn't break your bank to have $75 worth of, you know, like $100 or $500 worth of shoes sitting in your closet. Like it's not gonna bankrupt you. Like not too many people are like, do I feed my kid or do I sell these foamposites? Like usually you can live either way, whether you sell the foamposites or not. So I think the dude's just gonna end up keeping them and there's not gonna really be a bubble burst. You add on to that every few months, sure, limited editions come out all the time, but how many of those limited edition quick strike tier zeros actually stand the test of time? Meaning like in 10 years, those shoes are still worth the same. That happens like less than 5 times a year, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like we're talking like undefeated Jordan 4s, you know, like Back to the Futures, Pigeon Dunks, you know, like these are shoes that like decades deep, they're still of value. I think every time one of those shoes come out, it reignites the industry and the culture and like sort of repops the bubble back up. It inflates the bubble a little bit. So even if it's deflating, you get like a seminal shoe that comes out and then it brings it back up, you know? But I mean, you look at like, it's crazy, like, you know, the Tiffany's when they got re-released and like the De Las when they got re-released, like the difference between the second time versus the first time is fucking night and day. You know what I mean? Like those De Las you could get on markdown, you know what I mean? And that would have been unheard of for the first time around. So you could definitely see some deflation in the bubble. You're kind of fucking it up for everyone else because of the fact that you will pay quadruple the price for it. You're now allowing that market to thrive. You know, it's kind of like gentrification on real estate.
It's Jordans, but Champs has gifted me a pair of KDs and also a pair of Air Maxes. So it's the basement of the J's, 2 KDs and an Air Max.